Well, hello again. What has changed? Well, I think nothing so much here as much as these things are just slowly kind of getting refreshed. Geez, 67 to 75. Then I'm going to just start wholesale selling crap. I just want to see if I get that eventually. I see it as kind of the kind of thing that's just going to eventually happen. It's like this. This is just not updated because I haven't MK3'd a robot, but hasn't really gotten anything new to MK3. Haven't been healing anybody. Don't have all of the different types. That's just crazy. So I mean, I do have the title. I just don't have the gold version or the yellow version. What else we got? Oh, and this one here, probably not ever likely to get this one. Take a prize in the tournament leaderboard. That requires playing a lot in a very short period of time, and I'm just Transporter, that's your push one. Maybe someday I'll play that again. It's like this is for your free for all. Someday I'll do that again. Maybe eventually get it filled out. Where are we at here? 73.49. I guess it could be worse. Oh yeah. I have been working on my leaderboards. Yay! 18 of 20. Waiting for a fresh one to pop up so I can score 2 more out of it. This was what was kind of an unexpected surprise, though. Is going through these leaderboards. I forget which ones are which. Okay, so that gave me a drone. Don't need it. Oh yeah, here we go. So, Havocs. These are probably the hardest hitting weapons in the game right now. Hardest hitting medium weapons in the game. They're brutal. I hate running into them. Thump, thump, thump. Oh! Ah! Don't like them at all. These and the Tulums. The only thing you got going with the Tulums is if it's the guy's been shooting already, they don't recharge super fast. But man, if you take a full boat of those, the splash on them makes them almost impossible to get away from. Anyhow, though, you could, if you finish enough of these, which I did, because this says second place, but I closed out the 20K to get it. So I got the pilot and I got the other Havoc. And what does that mean? What does that mean? Well, not only did I get something towards my milestones, but I got myself one of these. Now the Heichi itself, I have just never seen those be real successful out there. I mean, it's possible, but in general, not so much. They need to move faster for their amount of hit points, or they need more hit points. One of the two. Because right now their slide doesn't, or maybe the slide needs to take them further, but they're just not that great, and it's really hard, just depending upon that basically 1 to 2 second slide, to get enough damage to hit your shield to really stack up the additional damage that's supposed to give you. So this is just a placeholder right now. This is just something to hold the weapons, because I'm not in a position, as you can see, I don't have any silver. I'm not in a position right now to level them, and they're going to be expensive, so I'm just sitting on them for right now. There is a little hope. Don't know if I'll get there, but a little hope that I would be able to get the UE Ravana. And, I don't know if you remember this, but could do the Fatal Havocs on the Ivory Ravana again. Do that kind of a setup, except for I'd have the Ultimate Havocs on the Ultimate Ravana, but It'd be a classic. Oh, I did put this thing together. Yeah, so far I get my ass handed to me every time I try to use it. So, but you know what? I have never been much of a long-range fighter, so I don't really have a whole lot of experience under my belt doing positioning or anything like that for those, because I just don't play that style, you know. I just haven't anyways. So I'm not really certain. Shits and giggles right now. Oh, let's see what's in store for us tonight. Is this going to be another round of tough battles? Am I going to get just my ass handed to me, or am I going to sit around and stomp on low levels like I did at the end of that one? That kind of sucked. We shall. Oh, look at this. Great. 2 deaths right away. So we got somebody just killing themselves. Uh-huh. Yeah, great. There's your tanker. Right there. And we're down to 4 people. Okay. We're not expecting to win this. At this point, we're just hoping to get some damage in. That's really all that's going to be good for right now. Well, did the ranks get filled out with other people? Or did they finally decide to, you know, actually play out a couple of their bots now that they have wiped out all the necessary stuff? You know, that little thing that pops up, I have this older, gosh, what is this? Is this a ROG, Republic of Gamers kind of a thing? And anyways, it's got some of these, you know, interface things for like tracking the performance of the laptop and stuff. Like I ever give a crap. I just am not that into that kind of stuff. Where'd that guy go? Lost sight of him. Alright, well, get rid of you. Uh-oh. Oh, maybe he's down there. Kind of hung up on something here. There we go. Uh-oh. Nothing like getting frozen into place. And emped. That's always good. If I can get moving again. The number one thing you want to do with this build is you want that circle of death to build up, because that's where all your hit lays. Right? When that gets building up, it's a full boat of all 4 weapons all loaded up at once. And so the gameplay actually ends up being go in, go out, go in, go out, so that you can attempt to build up that circle and get that heavy hit. And the other thing to remember too is if you're running the Scarab and you go in like that, you go in with a full boat of weapon loads that'll unload in just like a second, and you get that 20% bonus if they're empty during the time that you go in, right? So you really do want to just kind of come and go. You don't want to sit there and try to brawl it out with anybody, because your power lies in allowing this spiral to build up. See that? Even on a tough bite like that, it hits in, but now look how slow it goes. Now you're down to like, you know, oh yeah, I'm gonna kind of chop away at them. But if you can take that full boat from all the weapons and get it spun up, well then when you move in, it's the totality of that load going off at once. And that's where the real danger is. So I can see why a lot of people haven't really picked it up. Most people have built their tests to do one-on-one kind of combat, and you know, build out around that. And that's because it's, you know, it's not really a normal kind of a play style. You're gonna punch in and punch out and punch in and punch out and rinse and repeat over and over again. You can link those things together into ooh, look at that, into beacon runs, which is what I tend to do. But you can't get around the fact that those weapons in particular are not built to just stand there and kind of outfire somebody. That's not going to happen. They're built to spin them up and then move in on something and let them all at once and try to unload that. Spin them up and unload. And if you watch, the times that I run into the most trouble with it is when I don't destroy my target and I don't have an immediate getaway. Then I'm forced into a toe-to-toe, and now if they have anything that has explosive damage, fire damage, or otherwise, they'll start eating away at me pretty good. And that's when I will really kind of push to get on the move again. You know, when I kind of kid around about how I'm just a beacon runner, you know, it's partial kidding, but it's also, there's a certain little element of truth to that. I've never been like, you know, a good dedicated beacon runner like, you know, Spider was when he was early playing, and he just ran the what is that thing, the Skyros all the time, right? I was never like that, but I have always been a very active beacon pusher. See that load? That's the trick. If you see this weapon, you do not want this load to get built up, because then what happens is boom, you go in just like that. And then I'll build it up again. I'll move out, and then my goal is to hit it again. And that's kind of the trick to this build. In and out, in and out. There you go. See, this is where I get into trouble. Yeah, see, like I said, if I can't get the space, that's when there he is. Yep. Alrighty. You know what? I am just crap at this. Might as well try it again, right? Why is everybody coming after me? I didn't do anything. You know, this is making it real hard for me to get good experience with this. You know, why is this test coming out of the blue on me? A little revenge, perhaps? No. No. I swear to God, they're giving me harder battles by... Oh, he's not bad. What? 6,600? Yeah. Oh, maybe you were the guy that was... No, that was a different game. Yeah, you should have done way better than 600k. Slacker. You're close. You're on the bitter edge, buddy. Let's see where we at. Oh, good. We got some more thorium. Yay to the thorium. Let's see here. We have 25 days left in the season, right? Essentially is what they call it. And so far, 400 more. That's like my reserve. But where am I? Somewhere? Anywhere? Oh, there I am. 11,500. See, it's just I don't know. Doesn't seem that hard to build up a fair amount in there. 10.8. You dropped to 20, 12. I'm gaining on you, buddy. Gaining. Oh, yeah, I'm still gaining on you. Just you're a little farther out. Past you. Ah. Yeah. I like making sure that I donate to the clan. I like making sure that I pretty much give everything I get that I don't win off of a leaderboard. So that's how I built up the 65k. Sometimes you can go into the leaderboards and you'll complete tasks to get something, and you'll get 1,000, 3,000 thorium, something like that. I'll sit on that stuff. That's what I slowly build the reserve up. Anything else though, anything I get at all that is in these tasks here, anything at all, every bit of it goes to them. Anything that I get that comes from thorium, because sometimes I'll get thorium back here for some reason. I've gotten like 800 kicked back to me from that for some reason. I just dump it right back in. What are we at? 19 minutes? Let's do one more. God, I have just been on long ball maps. It's either, you know, Yama or Canyon, or what was that last one? Is that one Springfield? Why are you shooting at me? Bad you. Beat you. What? Look at this, a whole crowd. Alright. So, you know, I've really never settled on what's the best way to go. I know that typically, if I've went up here, I've died horrible deaths. This has not worked out real well for me. I think this has to be treated a little more like guerrilla warfare. Guerrilla! Alright, alright. I'll take another beacon. I'm a little beacon right there. I prancy prancy. Woo! Oh, here comes the party. Oh. Got ourselves. Oh. What is this one here? Oh. Anglers are tough. What do we got there? There's that thing again. You know what it is every time I hit my tab key to lock a target, for whatever reason there's something sitting inside of my old Rogue setup, the Republic of Gamers setup, that wants to kick that off. Something weird's happened. I'm like locked into place. Look at this. I'm not even on my keyboard right now. Yay! I love a buggy system. Not. The hell? This is not the first time that's happened to me. Come on, look at this. See, I let off the controls and look at this. He just starts wandering around on his own. I didn't even know. It's like it's like the upper body for some reason gets put in a position where it no longer faces the same direction as the legs. And it totally screws up the movement. What's going on here? See, now it's back to normal because I managed to get my upper body spun back around. I don't know what causes that though. I just know it's annoying. Now here's a map where, oh, look at that. That's fun. Now here's a map where, yeah, I would like to get a different bot, but you're never going to make it all the way back across in time to get any points. It sucks. I hate Yama. Don't like Canyon. But Canyon's not so bad. I've gotten used to it. Don't like Springfield. It just, it's... I mean, I can get by on them, but I don't really like them. Cutting a fine line, buddy. 6103. Dude, tanking. This is 49.25, so he's in a challenge phase. Yeah. What? Slacker. I swear that's mostly what I see though, is people half-assing or tanking their way out. Usually I would expect to see that right at the beginning of the season, right? Because you start at 5K, that's the best time to go down. But I suppose there's people that have worked their way up for one reason or another that are trying to get back down again. So anyhow, I think we're good for the night as far as this goes. And I wish you all the best. Take care.